You're listening to Where You Live with Gene Sullivan.
Back to Where You Live. I'm Gene Sullivan, broadcasting from the True North Painting Studios. The show is brought to you by Extreme Exteriors and American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency. As an American Family agent, Kim believes that there's so much more to insurance than the policy itself. It's all about providing you with dependable protection and services. Kim believes that trust and credibility can't be demanded. It can only be earned by what you say and what you do. Give her a call at 651-482-1598 and tell her Gene sent you. We're going to wrap up today's show. We're talking about a proposed bill in the state of Ohio. The state representative is trying to fix the issue or problem where people are saying, I live in a homeowners association, but I don't know how this HOA thing works. I don't know what can be done. I don't think that the board or my association takes time to notify me of what's going on. And that is a problem. That is something that needs to be addressed. I will say that for a majority of HOAs, they're very good at getting people information of what's going on the operation of their property where they live and letting them know what the financial standing is. A few aren't. So I appreciate what this state representative wants to do. However, what the person is trying to write doesn't really reflect taking care of this issue. And so we were talking about the first one is with meetings and how different it is when just one word is changed. And so here the state representative in Ohio said all meetings of the board need to be open to homeowners. And we just talked about why that's not feasible. People say you need to have a 5-day notification before having a meeting to discuss and take action on something. And we've talked about why that's not feasible. But the bill goes on. That's right. There is so much more that this person wants to change. Another thing that they want to take care of is they said when people have a disagreement with their association, people don't know that they can go before the board, that there are processes, there are procedures in place that will allow them to be able to share with the board their concerns. And even if a board will not want to listen to them, there are procedures and protocol in place that allows a homeowner to be able to circumvent that and to be able to say, no, I don't think you're acting in our best interests. But what this representative wants to do is they want to create a whole new level of government because their understanding or their thinking is we don't think that you know how to govern yourselves. Now, just because someone doesn't understand how something works, because someone doesn't understand the process, doesn't mean that it's necessarily broken. I mean, we have a lot of people who don't know how things work on the state or federal level. We have a lot of people who don't get involved in politics on the state or federal level at all. And yet it goes on. And we don't say, well, it's broke, so we've got to change things drastically. But in the governance of a homeowners association, this state representative Grossman in Ohio says, you don't know how to govern yourselves, so we're going to step in, and here's what we're going to do. And here's the third thing that Representative Grossman would like to see. She would like to see state of Ohio develop what's called the Ohio Condominium Dispute Resolution Commission. Well, what's that? Well, if you're going to deal with concerns, what we need to do is we need to set up a commission. The commission would be made up of 2 homeowners who are not on the board, 2 board members, 1 CPA, 1 attorney, and 1 non-HOA owner. One thing that I see from this list that's conspicuously missing is how about the management professional and being able to have perspective on an issue. But they're saying that here's what we need to do is if you have a grievance with your association, you come to us. You come to the state and we'll make sure that you have a hearing. And the problem or issue that I have is that this circumvents what we have and appreciate as Americans, and that is the notion of what's called due process. Everybody is considered innocent until proven guilty. And if there are things that are criminal activity, and there are things that are civil activity. Civil activity is just two concerns between two neighbors. And so it needs to go to court in order to be able to decide and to kind of cipher things out. But here they want to be able to circumvent that and say, you know what, we'll have this special organization that'll do this. But by having this special organization, what will that mean? Well, boy, if we're going to start creating this and a lot of people start coming to us, that means a lot more fees. And so the state of Ohio is looking at, we're going to develop this commission. Now there's going to be an additional tax. And so the cost of living, the cost of being governed in the state of Ohio is going to go up drastically because of this bill. It also is going to take out this issue of due process, where people have a right to be able to go to court to be able to have things decided, because now you're going to have a special commission, a special committee that may not have the same judicial background, the legal knowledge that other people have to be able to decide, but they're going to be given the authority and the ability to decide a matter when they may not necessarily know or understand all of the issues. This could be just a huge problem, and I hope it doesn't move forward. But that's what's happening in the state of Ohio right now. Well, hey, I hope that they're able to figure this out and allow and understand that an HOA does have the ability to govern themselves, and they will be able to do it on that level much better than at the city, state, or federal level. Well, that's all the time I have for today's show. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of the weekend. I look forward to seeing you here next Saturday on Where You Live.